What's up everyone, this is SliferKing here, and today you join me for another one of our Gaming World videos, where this week we are playing kind of a throwback game, but one which you can still download like fairly easily, Open TTD. So this is basically a free to download version of a transport game which was quite popular back in the, I think it was early 2000s, called Transport Tycoon Deluxe or something like that. So this is basically a giant transport simulator. So like you've got planes, trains, boats and cars. So what can you do? So you can have giant maps. You can select like towns, terrain, the usual stuff. You can select the start year. I'm gonna start a bit more modern, I think. Because we'll only be playing this for a short game, so I'm gonna be. Let's go to the 1970s. Let's go. Actually, keep it 256 by 256, and generate. So as you can see, there is quite a few. There's quite a few random places that develop. So over time, you will be able to put transport on these locations. So, such as buses, trains and things like that. Although it is important that you do keep a good reputation in the city, otherwise they might kick you out. So let's start off by looking for a decent area to start off, and I think this one looks pretty good because it's like two major towns. So let's go over roads. Oh, I have also, there is quite a few. There is also quite a few mods in. There is quite a few mods as well, I should mention, because I have downloaded trams, a UK stock, not sure what else I've downloaded, but I've downloaded a fair bit of mods over the years playing this game. So let's just put those there. So we'll start off by just making a simple bus route. So we want... Okay, we'll go with that one then. So now we can program his route. So put that there and then send it back, and that's orders. So, and now we press go. Where's the fast forward? Oh, so that's the fast forward button. So that will now go back and forth between the two, and we'll probably eventually put it to here as well. So what else can you do? So you have the option of changing your avatar, so new face, new color scheme, manager name, and company name. I'm not going to bother too much with those because this is going to be a relatively short gameplay compared to normal. But what I will showcase is the color scheme system, because what I like about this is that you can actually differentiate the different types of color. So like you can have different colors for steam, diesel, electric. Then you can have colors for buses. I'm going to go with my local bus color, which is blue. So that's that. Now I will say for some vehicles they don't actually change liveries. That's mainly if you download mod packs, as I've done. So as you can see, there is quite a lot of extras. You have narrow gauge, that's a download. A vacuum tube, that's definitely a download. And you also have, well, actually I think the rest are standard. I'm not sure about monorail though. But let's put down the railway line somewhere. Oh, this looks like a good spot. So let's go with probably one electric. We'll have 2 tracks, platform length 4. Now, when putting down like platforms, it is important to keep an eye on the accepts and supplies. So with this one, it will accept passengers, mails, and goods. Supplies, passengers, and mail. So it won't actually deliver supplies to neighbouring towns or cities. Let's put it here. So there's that. I will say, arguably the best thing about this is just like, I think arguably the best thing about this game is probably the mods. I'd say, because with the mods, like you can download custom maps, you can download custom trains. Didn't mean to put that down there. Let's see, that almost worked. Get rid of that. Over on those. Signaling. I've also downloaded a UK signal pack. So just as a small disclaimer, this game will look a little different if you were to download it straight away. Just as a disclaimer. So put those down. So now we need a depot. Best not have it too close, otherwise there will be quite big issues later on. There we go. See what I mean? Right, so put this down there. Actually, that was right. Right, so now let's make some trains. Oh, I forgot actually I've got an underground train. Yeah, okay, that'll do nicely. I must have downloaded... Oh, I must have downloaded the Metro pack. That's really funny. I'm just trying to work out what type of underground train is that. I don't think it's a C stock. It might be a D stock, I think. Yeah, I think it might be a D stock. So as you can see, there is quite a lot of trains. Like I said, this is the main advantage with all these mods. I think I have got 1 or 2 European trains as well. Yeah, this is definitely the British pack, because you can tell by the flags. But yeah, there is quite a lot of mods I've downloaded. One other thing you can do is I believe you can also customize the buildings and that sort of stuff. Right, so leave that to its devices. The one thing I will quickly touch upon is some of the other transports. So you've got so you've got ships. So with that, basically, what you want to do is just put down some docks, then put down depots in the water. Just as a quick disclaimer, because boats don't actually have physical paths like roads or rails, you will have to put down probably something called a buoy, which looks like that. So this acts as a kind of a way path for the boats. So if you want like a long journey, like go from, let's say, Pemberg Market to St. Liverton, you probably would have to put down you probably have to put down 1 or 2 buoys. And of course the last thing is airports, and these can make you a lot of money, but at the same time they can kind of affect your reputation in the local areas. So yeah, I'd advise if you're going to use airports, make sure you don't put them everywhere. Just make sure you put them at like the cities which already have like a really good reputation. How's the train doing, by the way? Well, okay, so Livingston Woods has definitely got a lot of passengers. Let's see. So we want passengers. So it can carry a maximum of 80. Profit. So yeah, but if you just go on like a little page document in the bottom right corner, so you can see all the stats. So last service interval. So you can see the age, the running cost. So at the moment, it seems to be making a good amount of profit. And speaking of profit, what's our profit overall? Oh yeah, when you start off the game, you do also have a loan as well. Let's a standard loan of 100,000. So that means when you start, you will need to be a little bit cautious about what you put down. If that makes sense. Now, at the moment, of course, I'm only using passengers, but you can. There is a lot of like cargo and freight that you can also use in the game. So it's not just passenger services. There is a lot of freight as well. So you've got oil, you've got coal, well, iron actually. You've also got coal power stations. You've got farms, and I believe factories, and I believe somewhere there's a sawmill. But I can't remember where it is. Oh, there it is. Yeah, so that also that can be used for production too. So yeah, overall, oh, one last thing. I have also downloaded a visual mods pack. I believe this is the 16 byte, because by default it does look a little bit different. So this is effectively a little bit like a HD pack for Open TTD. So yeah, overall, I'd say Open TTD definitely can be quite an amusing game, especially if you just want to like create worlds and stuff. Like, what I normally do when I play this game off camera is I actually have a large scale map of the UK and Ireland, which I just muck about with, like just building like accurate railway lines. I haven't done it as much recently because I've been a bit busy, but it's always nice to just pop in now and again to Open TTD and just muck about with that. So there was a look at Open TTD. Like I said, admittedly we haven't done too much. It was more of an explanation of the game rather than anything else. But yeah, overall, this can be quite an amusing game. It does have multiplayer, by the way. So yeah, there's that too. You can have some quite amusing fun, I think, with multiplayer. I don't get to play it too often though, sadly, because I think there's only one other person that I know that has this game, but they're busy most of the time. So there was a look at Open TTD, and now that we've played Open TTD, let's return to this. Completely tongue-tied. No idea why. Let's return to the wheel to see what we will be playing next week. So now that we've just played Open TTD, let's find out what game we will be. I don't know why. I just can't speak today. Let's find out what game we will be playing for next week's video. And it looks like we are returning once again to Team Fortress 2. So I'm not sure what mode exactly I'll be playing. I might play maybe Man vs Machine since we did general multiplayer last time. But we'll see what happens. So there was another video of my Gaming World series. If you've enjoyed this week's video, then please make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel to know when my newest content will be coming out. Hope you've enjoyed this week's video, and for now, this is SliferKing signing out.